والصلاة على نبي الكريم صلى الله عليه وسلم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الذي لا يضر مع اسمه شيء في الأرض ولا في السماء وهو السميع العليم. لا إله إلا الله كريم رحيم. سبحان الله رب العرش العظيم. سبحان الله عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. بنا نتكتر تشيمو بيربو تبيال ناوي ولا ناوي نتكتر ناغنا ناوي ولا تجري نية شرعي زوني بنا نتكتر نية معصوم نية يري كملان فاني بنا نشاط دير دان فانوان نية يري كملي ملقبو نون بنا وني نتكتر كشري هانكي أكتير دي نتوح نتتبع لأن نانكا ما بيرجو نبيعه كارتشون في يعني كان بنا نتركته تجي وانا بسامبا يوم بروكنا كتسورنا وانا تينا جيت من بحر كنا نبنا وكل سنبا يمنا لا في لا رشري لن بورمني كان نبي نية تشم نبنا وانا ونبلا رما كتاري anda biyal guma da barka bana kul sun bayan na lafi man baza ma bilgu ne duan tozo kaza la région bana no tarkatare katid bilara ni shale to community mo langa zo katishine bana wone jaara no ta fane kana community ma bada fane kala an tbaljuya zaayene kala hala zaayene. لا إله إلا الله كريم رحيم. سبحان الله رب العرش العظيم. يا الله يا الله رحمتك أرجو يا رحمتك نرجو رحمتك نرجو. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. والسلام عليكم.
Damba ma be da waye nan fi jalan pam wai me ka tra wa damba ma tra tum yang ne piyen shab kana ta bai to ka hakan da ba ka talla ba ka butu kana to san da ye ya fi shona da tum marzuk ko bini aji da bamba bo kana tinya damba ma ne yan washa to yo ma ne zo ga ta bor ne ti jene wanda zan zirin komshar zamti professor marzuk to ne cika to wanda ya share to din yang ma ya hatalan male haka bibi shamatin yannan to runzo muniyan firji mu ma to runzo doctor bismillah.
Dia no ya to awal do min tira ma garcia magar mi ba dum disor kan so pure kapal kapanga Alhaji andan ni doampion Alhaji Dagbambi doampion Dagbon Development Fund OPC bazazo ma kai kaje ma so ko pa parche so pulan tumuya ama Dagbon Development Fund o ba kusan mo kai karzani bishkalam tumbi misal so nam pa mo pa tete nasara donc il y a ça background on peut y aller d'abord la télé et par ma background ma il y a des arami à l'ouchage de tout ce d'abord donc c'est bien pour tu as quand le banque de tari et toi on vous en dit il y a pas tout manda comme tu ce point pour ba tu as là à l'eau il y a un petit peu là donc moi bien il y a des toi de moi bala fini aller to Naomi Bishop comes out, Shabbat comes out, don't deny the dwelling yara here in the Mal Osir, Yusra. To Kanao Titi Al here. the Malala Alubama, the Naumpa Vulacati, the Mounted Yaa Naa, the Mounted Yaa Naa Paluma, the Bang Palicanal Antitimama, resolved to the land, Bulacatianum, then the Young Dagbunama, Ka Nirbi Shaba, the Mabi Shaba Kabiera Chankatama, Bulacatian Wu Baba, the Maratama, Tiquenja and the government and non Bishakam the Zantiti, Donga Tokuto de Tokuto Wu Baba, the Lelamas Oka, the Bandaba, the Asanzanima, the Nanama, Ban Puninia Bishala Milo Nyanga, Kabina, the end command the Tunitupa, Ben Shabum Bole, the Dagbon Development Fund. Tompon, Dagbon Development Fund, Bolenia, the Akumpon wa Tepansui, Dagbon Bamba, the Dagbambi Tomo, Kanan P. Silmi Silpuni. Now, no, Tekata. The proposed Dagbon Development Fund is supposed to be a robust financial management system with the appropriate governance structure to oversee the administration of the fund. The vision is a peaceful and prosperous kingdom with all its citizens having equal opportunities and access to resources for their development and contributing to the development of the Republic of Ghana. The mission is to invest in leadership training for traditional rulers and elders, rebuild the traditional governance infrastructure, introduce appropriate interventions to revive and strengthen economic and social activities, introduce initiatives to entrench peace building and cultural rejuvenation. The objectives of the fund are aimed at strengthening the economic and social cohesion in Dagbon by correcting intra-Dagbon imbalances and imbalances between Dagbon and the rest of the country. In this regard, the Dagbon Development Fund aims at partnering the government, Northern Development Authority, other development partners in the private sector to develop frameworks with the following objectives, among others. 1. Rebrand and package the Dagbon chieftaincy institutions to become a major vehicle for development. 2. Mobilize funds and manage them prudently for the equitable development of the Dagbon traditional area. This would include developing financial instruments such as capital risk funds, local development funds, etc., to support district and community development and to foster cooperation between communities, towns, and districts. The third one is to make Dagbon a competitive economic area, including finance and infrastructure, linked notably to research and innovation, agriculture, ICT, telecommunications, environment, energy, and transport. 4. Advocate and pursue sustainable development of Dagbon in line with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. It is also to increase gender equity and women empowerment for the total transformation of the traditional area, advocate increased access to quality education at all levels, promote peace building and cultural rejuvenation, support social protection for the vulnerable, take action for the protection of the environment. And this is in line with the modern challenge of climate change. Set up a team of experts to agree on the principles for the Dagbon Development Fund to guide the mobilization and use of funds. Any other activity determined by the Dagbon Development Fund, General Assembly, or the Board. The fund has been designed to examine certain thematic areas, and these thematic areas are: 1. Rebrand and repackage the Dagbon Chieftaincy Institution to become a major vehicle for development. And we will have designed and rebuilt offices of the Dagbon Traditional Council. The Dagbon Traditional Council is to engage relevant leadership training institutions to design and deliver appropriate leadership training to chiefs, elders, and opinion leaders in the communities. We will also design and rebuild the Gbewa Palace. We will design and rebuild the Gbewa Palace. The second thematic area is to revive economic activity in Dagbon. In other words, to make Dagbon a competitive economic area. In this regard, The fund will develop frameworks to leverage private and public funds to invest in priority areas, some of which are as follows. 1. Invest in agricultural equipment and processing plants, such as tractors, combined harvesters, and agro-processing plants at key locations to serve clusters of farmers. 2. Invest in community kraals with the associated feeding, watering, and treatment of facilities, and mobile meat processing facilities to improve livestock farming. 3. Promote private investment in agriculture, including crop farming, animal husbandry, and agro-processing industries in Dagbon. The third thematic area of the fund. That one is to increase access to quality services, such as education, health, energy, potable water, and sanitation. You all agree with me that these are critical areas of human survival. Modern society cannot develop without education, without health, without potable water, and without sanitation. That is why the fund deems it fit to focus on these critical areas of human prosperity. We come to the fourth thematic area, and that is peace building and cultural rejuvenation. I want to believe that you all agree with me that this is very important in the sense that without peace, there's nothing we can do. The struggle to gain is next to the burden to maintain. Without peace, we will roll back the clock of progress. We should try as much as possible to become ambassadors of peace. Now, how do we establish the guiding principle for the Dagbon Development Fund to guide the mobilization and use of funds? The following proposals have been submitted. In the spirit of good governance, transparency, and to align the set objectives of the fund with the ongoing national level development initiative, the fund will need to undertake the following initiatives. 1. In consultation with the Dagbon Development Council, the fund will set up a team of experts to advise on guiding principles for fund mobilization and utilization, including the following: add value to government effort through strategic investments, promote the private sector as engine of growth through strategic partnership, leverage external funds for the development, focus on preschool and primary level education to give strong foundation for learning achievements, focus on primary health care, strategically invest in development projects and high return economic activities to promote sustainability of the fund. I talked of sustainability. Ours is not just to gain, ours is also to sustain. Liaise with and align with the objectives of the resources of the Northern Development Authority. Tap into economic and social development initiatives run by multilateral and bilateral development agencies. There is a popular saying that charity begins at home, quote and unquote. It is in this light that the Dagbon Development Fund should be owned and fully supported by the chiefs and people of Dagbon. Further, in requiring the people of Dagbon to be the primary contributors to the development, to the Dagbon Development Fund, to the full extent of their capacity, it is instructive to note that Quran chapter 13, verse 11, and of course you know, majority of the women are Muslims. And therefore, we need to also rely on the Holy Quran for the justification of our sense of contributing to the fund. So the Quran chapter 13 verse 11 says that, and I quote, "Indeed, Allah will not change the condition of a people until they change what is in themselves. In Allah la yughayyiru ma biqawmin hatta yughayyiru ma bi anfusihim." So, yeah, sure. That's what the Quran verse says. And then because we are also people of a sizable group of Christians, we've been able to get a biblical verse to justify our position. And this is taken from Galatians 6. That's Galatians chapter 6 verse 2, where the Bible says, "Carry each other's burdens, and this way he will fulfill the laws of the Christ. To this end, the Yaa Naa, his appointee chiefs, and the people at large will be called upon to pay agreed amounts periodically, either monthly or quarterly, to the account of the Dagbon Development Fund. Periodic contributions may also be sought from Dagbon citizens of goodwill, both in Ghana and diaspora. So, if we are able to get the collaborators, the contributors, then how do we do the implementation? There is the need for us to have a mechanism to ensure the successful implementation of all that we have proposed. So, positioning with the stakeholders. One, His Majesty the Yaa Naa is to adopt, own, and present this document to the chiefs and the people of Dagbon as the central pillar in his vision for the revival, rebirth of Dagbon. Two, consequently, His Majesty the Yaa Naa will personally present this document to the full house of the Dagbon Traditional Council for support and adoption. Remember, we cannot do this without the blessing of the Yaa Naa and his sub-chiefs. And that is why His Majesty will be given the opportunity to present this formally for the acceptance by all the chiefs. And then the third one is that His Majesty the Yaa Naa, with a select group of chiefs and other prominent Dagbon citizens, will engage the selected officials. When we talk of selected officials, we are referring to members of parliament in Dagbon to present this document for their support and adoption. Not all of us can understand, but it is very important for us to have a befitting palace for His Majesty Yaa Naa. And then, this is not coming from me, this is coming from members of the Dagbon Development Fund, whose chair is Dr. Alasan Andani. For the construction of the palace, the target is 150 million. 150 million Ghana cedis. Not all cedis. 150 million Ghana cedis. New cedis. The purpose is to construct a modern Biawa palace. And of course, the palace is one of the strongest symbols of our authority. The sources of funding, sources of generating this 150 million, these are the sources of generating the 150 million. One, enumerate and levy to all households in all the towns and villages. Responsibility to be on chiefs, sub-chief elders, assemblymen. Enumeration support to be provided by the Ghana Statistical Services, because we want everything to be scientific, and that's why we have decided to use the Ghana Statistical Services to give us scientific, accurate data, so that we'll be able to know what we are doing and to justify whatever we have done or we intend to do. The second one is a special levy amount to be determined on all registered title lands in Dagbon. Responsibility to be on chiefs, lands commission, and property owners. The third one is an agreed percentage of land sales. The use of proceeds to be paid to the fund. Responsibility will be on chiefs, Biawa Palace, and lands commission. And that is why we are trying as much as possible to do it, to make it a collective responsibility. Then the fourth one is a levy to be collected from all registered businesses operating in Dagbon. And then responsibility to be the MMDCEs, assemblymen, to be supported by the district revenue authorities of Ghana Revenue Authority, and then the chiefs. We have special market levies to be collected. Then the fourth will be an allocation agreed by the District Assembly Common Fund to be made the regional ministers and then MDDC presiding members. These are all things that we want to do. Then we will come to you. We will contact the Dagbon diaspora groups in the US. You know the US comes first, because US is big. So you should prepare for us.
in the US, the UK, Canada, Australia, Germany, Turkey, and other locations. These are the strategies we have outlined for revenue generation. Brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, remember that history will judge us and posterity will assess us. The choice is ours. We either allow history to write our names in golden letters or in dirty pens. I know very well that critics or skeptics may think that we are thinking of an over-ambitious project. They may be right on the basis of assumption. However, with commitment, we can do it. And in the end, we will not remember the discomfort of our struggle, but the comfort of our victory. Peace be unto all of you. Long live Dagbon. Long live Ghanaians in diaspora. Long live Dagbambis in diaspora. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi.
So, is that to dish harakaman? Trazangeli, bol trazangeli de Tipyaman, Alhaji Muhammad Umar Muhammad. Imizami Tundi Borisha de Tipyaman. So, Imizami Tidi. Kama little ka otiti tumpa de station because tant que tout bien quand tu me bien on va regarder kaka muya yerka de zanda so kama little ne
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. To yamma ko ka tran pili yalla ya to ala kam ti am puhla te damba plan ko mtima ra pam man pam ka jima ra jira nan je yalla pam ka pasara ne be ka so kamina te labun mai ti ha jima ra yalla historique jia dom be yalla to asal tum bin yum balam to dom pare yalla te so pa mo ma bra yina ti de pa jerga ma je yalla ti ha so kam za da ku warla wa ma ko nol pulo tamda ka shi ma nan fin yala pam to tun kullan yan po sham yala lo sira kana tun lan po buba to dun kullan kyam pam ka ti yan po yala shi ma ra yala tun mamman da to hajelle to rozo to ko da to po pa mu kam da tumo da di fune lab yalla kam yala ka ta son ta ka ti jini shi ma tun nan da nawun di so pam ndwana nan ga da boale na wani go samle ndwana on cheka yudalna kala zan si chagin da nan yira to shem ma kila yina to halala le zo to pa ya pam na nan abarkan nan ndwana ni yo ya samle to ye mangle pumpon Dr. Marzouk ni yina ti yele to shelma de pala tam shel ne daban te za hayisi mbang ne tibi ha butu yele cham to ne to da adam mi akuto zo sha zo la ma da ban famin ya karya libya ayi sira na yabe de abu zo ga ma so kuto zo ga to ronzo kati bor pumpo ne ti ji ma ta pansele kale nan tin ya nan sham kati bi ha wulle to ya ma le tin be yon wa dratin nan ka Sheikh Abdurrazak Tayar karan wana on chilo talo jawala kiyama nan zo wannan bawo to wanda karatara Allah an tumma bi pam ati chanta pago tunda chanta pago jini mpo ko nan aduwa pam zan titikan nan aduwa nan duba na on cheka te biya gu yon kar chamto ne to nti ha pul bi za da aduwa ma bahya ka zuwa dal mo te biyan mo ma to ko rayya te ne te pam te man pam ni ji kam ku to chang to ni shi ta malla to ndana to dindal ma tin yi ma ka ta pil to nda ma bo hal ni zo to na yi ku me fune ndban na woni cheka ta zonzon gal ta pambe ma sane in yalba tan bo sham to ka jilma ti en jilla Alhaji Muhammad Umar o zo na ka jima yan jire don mutum bale to bin nan la to konko tra pang to man ka lahbal payanga ka ta tam dan Yaa Naa san ti yero tan do suru borsham to ko yaltin yem mal nan bil lir katanga da zo tin yan nan sham tan pi mutum borsoma ti pi la nirma na yi ti kyam ko kanaga on to kana ko tan nan wula ko ti yero parma to zo ti zo la ma yela to bom na zama to za bang zo kena Alhaji Muhammad Umar mun Yaa America Dagbambi Naa Torozuya that is see a question ma a wumiyabyo official mbongoma apamal na ama na yake ka damba kana yundan na damba ma mun yina yawa
iko fagala haji
ya ma wonto kulyana woni yalti shamyala otiti izini ama na yake muku ta kana yina won yelo parbo har mun di yalta ne tumbora on tumna dol na yamo oti yelo parbo ma katin le ya babu patale don do arjumo chen yampam oy kana yina on ye parbo ma na bisasa
na ko ko chen yampam kalta no ko chen ya mun le jo wula
wula nyela wula na yi patin kam o bi chen oko halo o ku chen oko kuma bayan dolo biya nan ma tabgan sibnin ya shambala so na kam i chen o malaban dolo so ti chen yana bayan zo mo chen man la ni mo fumbi o min ba punyata don ya na ratam ba ratam san tamale kam chen ta pami sa me tamale
no on ya shamba ne kama do chan won ka chen
no kamuni ya pi won di mo ma ya nguni ya yina te pi o pambelba la ko yen na barka dan banna on son mo jile banna dan ya ne ami banna woni son mo na babo yazo la umar o bambala banna on son mo babo ti ya polo na ma ya pishona banna on son mo don me development shilon zan don don che kar zane to poi ka te ba chang tu ne na bod nan zan lake kan ya munye Alhaji Muhammad Umar ya male Alhaji Muhammad Umar on yala nan bo so te zahana karata pa yamo to halle e chamata tam yala yizo number 1 o bor ya mang le pam dam pahanyi wala mal suglo pam to ndana mi yalti القرآن يقول يا أيها الذين آمنوا استعينوا بالصبر والصلوات إن الله مع الصابرين إن الله مع الصابرين نمون ندبنا وني أي مال سقلو توجلا جانغا تورنزو بومبو مي جيواني جيا موما تيتلا فان موما دون اودي او تي في ستيشن مازو za tv torozo mabe son yama katinang na ndi sobo intiza tv bana utahala tone amen wonyina na kokar shalman bana on cheka Dagbambi bobani ya ka so kan po na pon amen omi na pochi an man bana on tamo ka ke chilam amen bana on tamo ka che garbo amen e to shal kamme din yen yina ti chilam tv station man bana on to sura mongle amen bana on cheka yundal nan ko karpahe amen to tuma be da lebian yala mun kammal business yinga tv station didale hiri yala ka banyar advert torozo hala ka business kan mi so ko ya non la yende so nyo no bom za tv she don me bi hagunya la wula o yina o me ni yina ma ta za han be yon tin be yon o nyala tikema so won chan tin nan sharmo ma dia nyam latini ka ti baŋ ni tin be kpɛŋɔ maa di bi yɛn bahi yɔli to amori bi yina niŋ lala di yɛn ŋmanila kamani simin tin ʒiya di ka anfaani to amo yib na ŋɔ maa nyɛla alheri shɛli din yɛn chɛ ka bihi ka bi yirigi ka yisi niŋ din gari la to n zo ni mana niŋ bihi yi ko ka bi niŋ din gari la o mi ni kpuɣi toon tali shɛli ŋɔ maa a yi be bɔmma shee bee a yi bɔra n duma naawuni zaŋla adiini n tam yɛla dibanu zuɣu a yi niŋ kalimati shahada an puhi jiŋli ka lo noli ka yihi zaka to ko bi yi ka lan yɛli na a yi mali yiko ka a chaŋ maka to a da adiini ti yɛn pala a chɛni la maka to n zo n bala chɛ ka zaa tiivi chaŋ maka n duma naawuni chɛ ka di chaŋ maka n duma to a yi kuli yɛn ʒi ti zuɣu maa di tamdila zuɣu di mini nyingoli to di zo n yɛ dɔɣa n bala n ku sɔɣili n yɛ zab zuɣu to di zo n bala a do n zab zuɣusaa na o chɛ ka yɛli zo chaŋ toori n waya tama din pun chaŋ toori to amaa tin kari gbahaya don bisa mi ni yira niŋ shɛba maa zab zuɣu yɛtɔɣa yira gba ba to di zo tin kari gbahaya to di zo n ma naaŋ chɛ ka yuundali la ka TV station nima ka di pahi yiŋ polo naawuni larigim arziki bi pala puuni nima naawuni chɛ ka tin kpuɣi chɛni ŋɔ maa yɛtɔɣa shɛli kam din yɛn mɔŋ ti nasara nima naan taɣinli to yɛmaŋli tin de tin laɣim ŋɔ maa Dr. Mazu gba zaŋ yɛtɔɣa sɔŋ ti ni Dagbon Development Fund to n zaŋli zaŋ sɔŋ ŋɔ maa di chaŋmi tin ŋmani tin kuli suhuri tiri zaa TV ŋɔ maa to zo ni yɛ shɛli bin kpuɣi maa n dima naawuni niŋ maa barika niŋ di puuni to yɛmaŋli di mi ʒɛla lɔɔri dibu n nyɛli lɔɔri mi dirimi ni anzansi lɔɔri bi diri ŋun malli o lɔɔri di ka ŋun malli pahila ŋun mali anzansi ŋun n diri lɔɔri to din zo n dima naawuni timti di da anzansi to ti zaamu mi puuni yɛmaŋli yɛŋɔ Alhaji Muhammad o mini o ma bihi n bɛni n kpɛm Kennedy nima n yɛba n dan nima a nyɛla la bɛɣu to din zo bi zaaha naawuni timba nangban yini n kpɛm Moses nima naawuni timba nangban yini ti ma bihi zaa ban bɛ ti tooni ka ti doli ŋɔ bi naawuni chɛ ka bi zaa viɛla ka ti gba zaa ti viɛla ka bihi ban doli ti nyaangi na ka bi gba zaa ti viɛla to din zo ti ʒii ŋɔ maa bi yi shɛli pahila ti kuli ʒinimi di ti niŋ naawuni deesogu ti damba shɛli tin daa wo ŋɔ maa ban kam daa yina sɔŋ ti din pahi n yi niŋ naawuni deesogu n ti zo paɣaba na a ʒiya nima na a niŋ abarika nim ka lan niŋ naawuni deesogu pam n zaŋ ti zaa TV mini din nachimbi ni paɣasara ni bi naawuni zalli zaŋ ti ti to din lan pahi ka ti yɛn niŋ naawuni deesogu nyahi yɛla tin kuli bɛ kpɛ ŋɔ maa ti ʒi shee ŋɔ maa ti jiŋli ŋɔ maa naawuni yɛligimli n bi naawuni chɛ ka di pahi don mi di daa faani ka ti diri ŋɔ maa din di kani ti yɛn zɔrimi gindi bɔri shɛli polo ni ti ʒini to a mi gbubi binshaɣu a gbubili ka di viɛla don mi a bɔri ni di chaŋla tooni to n zo naan tahali tooni ti daa fani mi naawuni pahamba mustajaba to di zo di pa taali n jɛni ti niŋli yɛtɔɣa gbaliŋ tin kuli yɛn zani shɛli polo n bɔŋɔ to din zo naawuni sɔŋmi ti ni gbibbo a fa juna na ni sɔŋa ni gbibbo a ni di fila maa naama ti kpambi maa shɛba di bɛni n di na bi lan tuudi n pahi bi yuli don bi minista Muhammad n bɛni Alhaji Baba gba bɛni Alhaji Baba Sulemana o gba zaa ha nyɛla ti kpɛm yɛŋɔ to din zo ba naawuni sɔŋ ba ni ʒiya do naan timba nangban yini Mr. Muro nim gba daa bɛ yɛŋɔ ka n dima naan niŋ yuga ka kuli ti ʒi yiŋa to din zo n dima la naawuni paham bi zaa ha nangban yini naawuni chɛ ka bi sɔŋɔ ni gbibbo to ti kpambi mi ban daa ʒi yɛŋɔ ka chaŋ kiyama yiŋa ni yɛŋɔ dima naan chɛri bi taali din bɛla muɣusigu ni o niŋ rahama zaŋ tiba do naan yihi ba muɣusigu ni dima naan chɛri bi taali o zom ba nam bɔɣu din zo naawuni chɛri bi taali to yɛmaŋli ti ku tooi tam ka ŋmaligi don mi Dr. Marzuk o mini Alhaji Abdullahi Dagbambi Naa bi chɛla bi tuma ka kana maa ni bi ti nya ti ʒi yɛŋɔ to a mi bɛri ka do a shibiti ni ka niri kana ti kaaga a mini o biɛhigu di niŋ talahi torozo Dr. Bazuk amna ajabla de gogo na na bakala the fire pam ichi mata kalma
Assalamu alaikum. Ngomala yetu ayinga nzampai kama ben yare na yile miyama yetu ama dumana mali to Mr. Zubukar zo benda yale benda le dan Yaa Naa nage Mr. Zubukar da yimna pa platform kat bondele tap song so tap song ma bilgo so dina ku existra tap song ma bilgo ma ka US ngo kon nyale di jala America lulu kam ban kambe katar bambe ye fulu so kam abjala la platform man timi nia da nyala te pala la platform man ni ti yimna ti mi Yaa Naa yele because ni to fu jare dagban zo especially nguna na unzo mo na mva because bia kam timi no ne be phone zo do o yele yingan ku bala ne ka kam was ma nyeti gban na yele ka ba su palge so ko pal kay ni so kam za ha de bu jole nyinde ku nye ayila dagban folona nyinde che ka fu jara ka te za be de fune ka te tohara the platform ma fe yul da pa tab so ma bil gudra nyala Yaa Naa palace banu la den da nyeti platform ma banu so later on kare bin yel ni tohama tra til tohaba ma yi to a tra ku til ya tohara bra bakarin jango ba bela la platform ma fune so tra til la tohaba ma kare tu kula yina yim timi din yi lu'sha fuluna ne ba ni der so song sim no me ndan Yaa Naa ya ni di yole president insule nuni ya no ya miela Yaa Naa yele Yaa Naa ya no zo no betuni so yinati ya no ya miela ban shao zo to tanle bra pun draw la plan everything tra mala pictures ma everything tin mala ma banda draw ben ya miela sham everything katiza tilgo contribution Italy ni ma ye follow so kam da contributor ka be yellow okay di pagun won kati am pa le tum fun to hala shanga ma ti yin tunu ndan Yaa Naa palace mi abne tunu karfune ama larma nguna ti fun to hale so ti an zaman nan ntilega ka change yulma din da nye ti chantila mbo yule anti platform ma so tum bo yule ti platform ma kati liabgila la larma ntige ti son de la Dr. Cha hospital to mala time kam bubandira bubumbo numa ti supply ra ben yara ti Dr. Cha hospital ma ko dalan yale okay ne pakwa no chan yanti nya unda chan tin ngamle kakana no chan tin nya nim shaba shaba pakwa ya min bumbo ne da mal nam vapam so ko len okay ti mal laare kar joya so ti zam pakwa ya ma pahe ti program mani so la shatim mal joya ma katilan chan nti perti pakwa ya bra pakwa da galsiya ka ko per ka so kam I think so kam da nye 10 million be more than that no zam tilega capital something small so ko en okay ni from today onwards so be lan yala ba ndan Yaa Naa palace mi ab yala because in yabun kwale sham nitine be malle me ban ngbon malle ma president malle ma nno yen continue mi o palace so ti yen tunu so that is where we draw from ndan Yaa Naa palace mi ab di palace bra funo la plan everything katiza ha yele tin to he we were just contributing every month so come da could throw it like in and the money was flowing because so come down like excited no bo no benya men dan Yaa Naa palace shami be yara kama yin mention le zo ma deni check anti yarman ma ngun be yalman le she kati page le she wona uzo mo nam va the reason why she tin da pala la platform ma bon hal zo ka nyirba na dire te da amfani because bia kam za ha to song de me to har me song da gana bihi lulu kam to ku song de maganda kam suru na won nduma na on chekara na ko titone because banda yen tremia ma da be break platform ma even though majority of us that draw here no ban join la platform ma because of palace ma zo but didn't ka palace be la mema bonu lan karfone so nirba pam da draw here but still the bampu biar Dagbon zo ma mbi yam no fu biar Dagbon zo ama be reason banda zan join the platform ma karban nan ma kap da draw but still platform ma is still existing katina ku song den tina ku song every month every 6 months to mala contribution katina da ka so kam song na duzo be yel palace ma ito adinya la den to nang me no wana no ti ko shale to gbani to tap song ama dimi len yela di en yila irim president polona marbaza alhamdulillah to para na ma song so mala ti da chanti jiko belagati yani yimahbu karda no ba su tiel pam basura palge pam da shetin da di kwama banda yan yo kwama hal na mama mo da jela dalbilma nyu kwama ka ni tampolo ni na ko ni bana shi nya kwam wace nyu so irin kamar nirba ni betin kpansin dir wahala especially kwamma ti zara dir kwam wahala yanga ti midin da bisham balle tin kpansiba na ma ni bi yin chang ni ti to kwam bi yasiba bi ti labna wuntang ni paɣaba bi yan chang ti ji kwam ni bi kana ka bi ti kana ti di ko bilgi zaŋ sɔliba bi mammaŋ bi yamaani so bi suura paligiya pam ti zo kama ndi koy yar kama yiŋa bin yan sɔŋ irin sɔŋsim din gba ku nyɛla number 1 ti zuɣu n yɛ tɔɣa tarigi ni nyɛ shɛli ba ni yɛri biligi shɛli polo yi chɛliya paŋ ma waalaikum salam
sista wa yɛ tɔɣa ma n diri shahara biɛla dama laa plan ma hali daa malli n fuuni ni ba malla di tarimba di businessman di shishi ka ba zaŋ kana di hakim sala ka hakim alhaji hakim amin ta shamni miyo mal tuma kare ka obol ma kan chan ko da plan ma za su mai ma de vera amma da mala di blanca se en ya de tiya de ma ka tu le ba para ma dem pa to yirana tinnan mu amma why not, let's try and see mo som bazase na biyo ni obanyo via acha tinya shanti ni ma kayo do nyare amma tele tanka da ma ba mal koko mal bauxite mal diamond mal kut dan ka zo mi yilan bala amma zo mati yan zan zo to nan di la plan ma wala why not ka ba saksele ka de sakseza de ko ka to nan yon yon amma din nan za ta ma let's try and see don ma ka ta ce to amma an zan jare amma halin zo so na biyar ta tina an zan mun shaka ta gina amma ga nan ga fata da ba mata yar ba ta wannan da special notice we can talk how can we act do kaman sister ni yar mama tire pante mama on son da ka gitaba ti son da ti yu ta ka son ta ba da to atun to nan I got you kana interacted I can muslim sin tanzo ga soka akala bi habune tamalle amma ta da mala kaman ko to bishati ta kan yato anyela so ko za yarda odine don na amman da kamte amin dan yana ji shi mana amman amin nan ma za na hon son ba zo ti de to nan kala sase kaza nan pa man bokom nti da gwan ko ke comment est ton problème ya quand il y a l'argent bien prégalé tout de gwan ka ko
the tune non clarification 150 million Ghana cedis ma ka Yaa Naa palace konko karemi the mera palace ma kame Dagbon traditional council the offices and then I live in Shading palace man this year they want to have facilities man infinity bon box ben yel ne bien mera ben designer sham modern palace in here ultra modern palace complex in here Carnoto solve some of the problems you have raised. Come on, education. School and beer. Bishop comes out and beer. The two solve let that be ham. Think that we shall come as a proposal nearly. Even the Dagbon Development Fund itself is a proposal. It is a proposal informed by the new wave of peace in Dagbon. In other words, the dawn of a new era in Dagbon. Then they informed the Dagbon Development Fund. The mama a proposal. It's at the proposal level. But never launched contributions never now. And that is why there is the need for us to do proper consultation. In fact, from here, if there is any opportunity in any part of the world outside Ghana, UK and other places. For more than it's good because the Bamba Titoma love and shower, I don't know, it's part of our training. Karniera, we think that timidity is a synonym of humility. That is not the case. Timidity is not humility, and assertiveness is not arrogance. So it's good katito raise la issues mama ami te kwamba ndire betongo nditia de na mal te dabiam ne to ko lebe nini kay kan tenanam ndire betongo de na mal te dabiam kat nitia lebe nini kayel ban kama iyel songma is not realistic. Then me is out of timidity, intellectual timidity. Ka humility nyale. Among ourselves, to agree, ka disagree. And to mean no ma, the kwama but to Michel niti nang la discussions on kazan ka ta paba. Then no tone then no realistic ka ta kwole. Then no unrealistic ka ta zang la. So tin years comes out wallahi correcting yet. I can't tell Mr. Joko raise the issue of security. Security man one of the fundamental thematic areas. One of the fundamental thematic areas outlined for Lala Development Fund. Because I understand your fears. Wallahi, there has always been an opportunity. And the history is replete with fundamental facts of development after retrogression. Lim Japan, Second World War. Lim Rwanda and Kigali. If you are talking of Japan, maybe you see that they are not Africans. Rwandans are Africans. They have done it. We can do it. Even Kenya. The Bankunya Kenya, after many genocide in Alabama. Kenya, so Rabla Bang come and to yeah? Liberia is doing it too. So we can also do it. Anthropological experts of anthropology will tell you that after resolved conflicts comes through development.
Fundama. I'm still trying to visualize the kind of implementation stage. How are we going to do it? Like say TN determine projects within Dagbam. The yellow centralized will be the vision is to make it decentralized. Okay. Say for instance, how do we determine communities' needs at the centralized level? Be TN earmark la funding to various segments of the Dagbon traditional Benma. Let's say for instance, yo block out management determine within their catchment area. These are their priorities and this is what they want to do. Kazan la fund man. Or entirely the Dagbon developmental binyari yam based on the decisions of la bigger head body man.
Okay. Thank you. Let me this is a very simple question that needs a simple answer. There are 3 stages in handling the fund. The first stage is conceptualization of the idea. You agree with me? The second one is the formation. In other words, the implementation of the concept. And then the last stage is the operation. Your question is in relation to operational strategies, which are unfortunately premature. We are yet to go to the level of operation. And when we get there, definitely, we'll assemble scholars like you to devise operational mechanisms that will make the fund very effective. I'm happy you have raised this point. I have taken note of it, but unfortunately, we have not yet come to that level. In fact, it is even better to say that we are still at the final stages of conceptualization. When we leave there, we'll go to the beginning of the implementation. And then that will give us the opportunity to enter the world of operation. When we get there, we'll give you the operational strategies.
So to identify opportunities within the bank, so that if there's any investment opportunity, for example, maybe invest in a lot of so this is we need this amount of money to do a provincial whatever. Now talk about the Dagbambi whatever. So we identify any opportunity within that Bangma. Then check out the command invest in okay, this is what I'm going to invest in. te ko malala benefit.
Okay, so I'm sorry. Maybe 10 years in Muslim as well. Contextually, I think opportunity may be the wrong word. Because I maybe never identify the areas of
So what are there specific opportunities?
So, for example, we have mentioned that we are going to deal with businesses, business people. We've mentioned civil society organizations. These are all opportunities of revenue generation. But in terms, no, just a minute. In terms of projects, we are yet to start the projects. Perhaps we haven't yet identified areas of putting the infrastructure. That is a fact. But opportunities of generating money have been identified. Even you are part of the opportunities. Civil society organizations, international development funds, the government, individuals, businesses are all opportunities of generating funds for the development. Mawal jirani yele to aselma yele bamle panyele. Amika tele ben puni. Da dam be number shakato nyal 100% de kutuna. De kane. De kutuna sam halka dunetis. Aye number shak comes amba nan kache shere. Amika tele Dagbon ne rasa ante pasa ante shel mama. Now na yuti katinye zokson. Karkunyela din na bien ne bu society bu sama insignificant because TN uses statistics. Isolated cases in yel. Yaa Naa ni jini na mala kole wole. Mbele. Ntia Yaa Naa ni jini na ma ya ne magar mi bu kulu mi shawun ya ne magar 20 bi.
Daga 30 ba. Daga 30.
Daga 30. Yaa Naa ikul jini ya ne ma daga 30. Kazum na wunso ma wole jira. Out of 30 ma. Kan niriba be niriba ta. Dole mi kul nyalo har bi anaba on to lan so ka be na ne bijo. Dole ko ne. De ko en bian mi. La dir ma bani en bian mo ma ya. La dir ma bani en bian mo ma ya. Mamina yalle nyale. Ne te pangte mam am. Ka tenen aida ka te sona on ko liab go be hankaya. Ka pat zo be ka te nanda ka kuchaba. Na on so bonte kana te joini. Temene nang de biya sama ya. Wallahi don kunna hanti zanyala unity in diversity. Three martab jiri. Mani everywhere ni chan. Katali nyel nanya abudu or andani. Katali nyel. Ama tali nyel nanya abudu. Katani kama abudu supremacy. Masul Dagbam. Tali nyel nanya andani. Katar ne kama andani supremacy. Masul Dagbam. Ama unity in diversity. Katali ndinyel. Tension nyama den chakama nang very passionate. De yeto apuni. Tinye ka Dagbam intellectuals, business people, nama, bomonema, kabra ku biani, ntomo opportunity, never nang tende na tiare shelmo, long ago, kaban nangle. Karkunya la kaman, unkun nangle, she, unkun nang ka buri bi, di amfani, be kan dan yil be di amfani, karkunya tukon koso, kaban nangle. Hakarte pa karkunya la kaman, tukumal niveau shaba icons, wala global icons in yaba. I believe that Dr. Chambers, now is what I need Dagbana. Dagbana kamaka panano kari nye Dagbana. Na try and bring it down. Katukul now is kayarama. Katukul mali kapul leg global icons in their respective fields. Now so big pana Dagbana pass so because binyala aida and then yira be aburi yira. Katibiane nyama tukum mal shaba in academia. Let me give an example. Dr. Naza, on zam Bishop Pierre de Gon, no cheka Bishop changeable courses. Never on training bishop. kabialani amma aburu andan so akwa nyam kam wo benefit from him kabina true ayabu Dr. Ziblim kana aburu nirinyu obanira kana Dr. Ziblim ko be political science department on som Dagbambi sham kabialani ama wonya aburu andan so kayen yina ka kunya ka beautiful na nantity ko true ayabu so dinna market bonno tuma ten men pim tibi ko to pin the one day the ko now we need time with commitment we can do it.
Dr. Marzouk nous a été à son tournoi. Basically, Dagbon kummelte party development is all. Kummelte pam.
Special koma.
Koma, anya yer koma. Koma de kan word ni yer ka yer ma. Anya koma ito ama mbabe. You see what is den nang di shamyala. Timbe kyoma o. Tidi be kanala te bom lore timbe yel konko. Te bom lore nte dalore konko. Ndwana on gahan to mama. Ndwana on yelta fanam je on jama'atu rahma ma nyala wula kati share yerle. Come for instance the Malay Zabzo platform shale. Mr. Muhammad Alhaji Umar when you the president. Zabzo platform yale. And Zabzo did come be outside Ghana to me. And last month try to renovate the school block. And amount of plans, till I'm plan on the thing to give boreholes, so think that you might be lying yet taba. You communities, so come to Malala. That way, I can't take you problem get taba. Niti and Yarmakia Madalbio. Look at it down for the junior. So, Arziki Pala Kamang, Maramel Garsokam. Melbourne Yala Kazama to get it down fine, will lie during your Arziki. Amadi jam ne tiza ha ti jam to bolore in chant to show you off be man yezala the can fani torozo an yel ngoma from today onwards my be identify me ayila kumbona boma kumbon Dagbambi America ayila de tamalguna bom tamalguna ma bambi de America
Fruko bormawo.
ayila ayago to ay bo balala ya kiza hakana intilla andan tuhara den numura den nga fani so to Dagbambi la mi to an Dagbambi America ki tahra so basically so forum shelton pango the essence of forum wombala te borba ne te po hayur taba mabi zo me nawne ka te filin te manga ka yirna te filin ya te manga ka yirna ka su na ko dote ama ay duha manga ka ku jina to nawun na ma ka challenge mawo na ma me nguna so te to ni ni torozo te pang ya te manga development in Dagbon di pin lepi te ko to develop yanga she te develop la te manga Dagbon ko mini yerma ne ben do la manga abi jiani ben nang mo babu dem be chen shale torozo zo ma kwa ya pam ay mi Dagbana ko be shale ay yelo ko ni okunnam yel modern tuno din nan tala sham no be dere not necessarily o to habuso be tu ani timi o shi titizo parlant da kan baraka da kan 3 days ka te bor mo mio no identify ka zo chante swali dabata ko doni o yile tuma na zimma da tikyodu on kyodu ma shiro baya ka supa ngumbi nyo halatan da lasba ko o chante nyan ka ko domi on do ya ka zo chante so mo te Brooklyn so mio man chen maka so ti difila wo ka ko ma yira me le Dagbon pa me no she te bang de sa yan ko la fa de na fa sma de ma te juna de ma kati chang tin chang ya ka bu burgu ki ma son tana o bane ti jio zababul sonda be sa je se munda miyo karje ne te bonzo ma she 2 days ka tin yanzo ma tinda ti yan so o ba ko nyanga okay to ma din nyala kaman onda be yanoma ka tremi o shi biayine afajuna bol mo wum damle mi afajuna pa ajina dia ne bola ka ida wonno won yale ama biane zakla batiji bom molo tebmi yeba katibe ke ka yela parate mabe okuto yina because obe miso en te kuto di galamba because timbe kyon ma teka yeto ashadi ya guna shina Dagbambi be kekema to ama so miso yimona katiza bantaba to ti bantaba fom ta yi amin afoma we yeto anwa the new soldier pumped it in. Cut the track my son.
So, Cobblesway to Ama. Don't we hear ma? Chocolate John one. But my long name, you cobble see your papa, now, so I Akunda, Kamaya, you wouldn't that build a noon. So we could identify the place, I'll build, and it's like $1,500 for Kobulga, 25 feet. Now the couple sub year paddles, nearby now could to a lot of John one. Can be cobbled about 2 months.
So, Dr. Yaa Naa, at least the point the man, Katwama, Kataman wine. 25 million, La Caranya Ama the Palareti Languble. Zahan Madam Man said that in 25 million man, Katapuzabro de Zotintunia. Amatin Jia Kapun who had a question something about pie. You know, I am Katapari Yara Kavignali Chapter. So to check at Zaha Piela La Roma, Johabishi. Then they join La Roma song, Bishop Campton to no. Tiapoloka Peace Mania Ula. To be investing on Tiamane.
اللهم ربنا يا ربنا تقبل منا انك انت السميع العليم وتب علينا انك انت التواب الرحيم رب اغفر لنا ولوالدينا ولمن سبقنا بالايمان ولا تجعل في قلوبنا غلا للذين امنوا ربنا انك رؤوف رحيم ربنا اتنا في الدنيا حسنه وفي الاخره حسنه وقنا عذاب النار ربنا اتنا في الدنيا حسنه وفي الاخره حسنه وقنا عذاب النار ربنا اتنا في الدنيا حسنه وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وقنا عذاب القبر وقنا عذاب السعاد وقنا عذاب الميزان وتوفنا مع الأبرار يا عزيز يا غفار وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد خاتم النبيين وإمام المرسلين وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين وسلم تسليما سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين صلوا على النبي.
Mana Karamo, Mpuzan Purza Tiri, Nimbum Passaran Nachimba, Kapuri Tamal Saka Passaran Nachimba, Kapuri Touchman Dagbambi Naa ne Passaran Nachimba, Kapurum Paja Wabu no Benema, ne Ndapal Maza, as one Zanum Puratir Soka.
Anula, man, Ajashan Lambon. Lan labna zongo tilanjin la meeting katiyam puhe yang nama dama sahada abu saatiti dambama dalma tini muhara yaaya dozo trabuto puza kan lebwa nzante mpuhe to before kan nam til pu bumbo nun ku pu Mr. Muhammad diaka Mr. Muhammad kama bwa nun pu poi za TV lumana ndu mo bwa sa zo kafarun mana ni sabiya lara mafisena lumana woni Bazaha ampuru sukam zaha kana ampure inyang nama ampure ma ajazara kapura ajimayama kapure ajimaisa kapuru ndo ada champion karo dayan buma me messages ma ya jarishe ampuru kapuru idana ampuru tamalza ampuru sukam zaha kampugulanchen into zobilisane okungalan mdia the last born yara rahma Boku bukari pema mpaya pam bana de bishakam zaha mpaya pam mana onu sonti zaha mana onu sonti ka songza TV ka tinye lada in yi har ziki shell sonti cover programs ngo zaha na onu sablada na onu ngardu buale na onu labsi dengarla ka dutu ba bwasa zo ka sonti ka tbaza tonya tinyandi ka tbayen tonya song yinga numa na yin tu suma politite to suru ti lamba ma no subunya tu suma tite busu adua ka tinye tu suma ngbato nyandi ka tab song yinga ma mpaya pam kalambo nzan tedi me soro minisa hakan mbo nin pu tab song madilgu busu no palge pam tab song madilgu mpuru so kam zaha no bi ko kale ne tin on de shell kam zaha to paya pam na ko non ti ko kata za non da ne tamale sisters mpuru so kam za gob kar chawa.
So, salamu alaikum, Chuanama. Anula Ajufati Tua Tozoru Fai Bahasana to Nabibi Farouk Mukadas so yene ne Hamdan te yima zaha na mina ye zaha yidano ulambo mane Ilyasu mbo na la pour jiji na taba afa Abdurrahman numa afa Karimun numa Bapriyan numa Alhaji Majiru numa Alhaji Muhammad numa Alhaji Muhammad America anula na pangmanga ka paya to duma na woni o chela tutuni ma apuhu mbo ka mal puhra te dabai zamala la fi yo masuma na woni kanya be shakam za ha didi to kuna tinye tabatu mana cheka kuna ta paso kamza ha na la fi fa kun zo na za ha Ilyasu mbo puhra anula
to kulzan manan puhi za TV nima kan nan ba na wanda so go pam za TV ya ma tunda yan godan ban ka trazan kun ma ya to do arpema pumpo ngun pakpalam te yan wallana to ko rayal tani ya ma ne on che ka kana ta cover titi o son sambala so coverage man da nan travel yo la share to ka ko bona te zan so wadab selon wannan za TV na wanda so go pam bana on do home TV station mazo sa de no sa zo bana on me cheka on kamale to ashel no nan a best station yala za TV ai chan na ban cover zanta to lambor nan zan zo lampo ya za zo nima ya zo la muron bana woni ne so agobo kapuhi mabihi nimbiyan to zo bi zaha ya zo la ndan yang nam zaha puhriya kalam puhri a jigbang dona on chelo tale yang lambala bana na woni songma sister mama na on song ya bobo ne ya katrabi ne ma mi tedi to mabi zaban bi ya jiwa na on song ya to kulam bod nan zango lampuhi to pasirina ora kana to pon man pam to jima pune to aye sirina kulam pura pam aye sirina isa kam kulbor na bani anda kana tin to shelma te pa ya pam Dr. Marzouk o mina aji da go ba kana te song te na on song ya be shona o temna ka da nan fin yara pam bana on song ka tuga nan ma zan titi yillan po social chain ma Dagbon Development Fund man do na non yavel nan da pune to kulam pour tamal ma pour tama be zaha na tide tamala lafi ke ka so na on cheka te bi hagu chang to ne ma bishama ben bi yon katini wa kulbian ma na on song so kam ndo na on tumti babu ni yeshale to kulyan zan la ke kale yara tamya za TV yara za TV yara station shal den de den do da banzo sa pam to razo assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh
ti parna woni na tatam lan won namdu non titi ni ko shel katto kana tongo ti jini to jina shal din yan ta hada bangtone rozo tilan yi lawan pa bu pole to suru to pour son bon karchan dan Yaa Naa war machimba nimsani ni dagbang nanum khamza ha bambene to pour ba ka lampa na woni ha na woni titi zok son chale zan chang dagbang tuni dipolo ya pishogla na Dr. Alasan Dani wayu ko puni katikana minin biare Alhaji Dagbambi boy ashama tin nye won otumba won zang ti shaw na te kana ton tinya te mabi bambi simin ton woni jezi bin yongo damba sham na anga farati mini kamana de non tinya sim pam katete sudu ka wurtene kaman na woni yiko puni insha Allah Dagbang nyala din yan cham tuni ni ko yen zang shel bahe nyala tinachim bihi pola na te paksara tene yinye ben shao ben yan zangti ka zangtum alheru tuma be zangtum barna te pang te man pam ka tinyala nim vo sha ben yan zangtum alheru tuma te pang te man pam mon kam ti na no te zangte tum barna tuma ka ti yirla la nirma yala puni ti chaka Dagbang tuni karnyala danim yan bitu tuni te pang te man pam kar kunyala nangban yinga sheltum borda Dagbang puni te paksara min nitin na chimba tin yem biela la nangban yinga ma tuni
to demin lan nang man yaksam pam kan la yam puhe Dagbang afanima domin kana nam konkoma ndi nyana na kamza ay ku biene o oni nyala ko mala afanim kawe bezan yala ma chantuni zo Dagbang nanima Dagbang afanima Dagbang da bihi ne Dagbang karachinima ne Dagbang na chimba min paksara na woni otimti nangbanyinga na ontimti hikma shardin yan tinyam mala kati zazangna ka Dagbang ti chantuni na won cheka ti bang ne kama ti zahanyela mabihi na woni wo pahanto zuksun na won pahanto zuksun ka chak Dagbang chantuni to mi kutu wulan yel ben shakam zaya shi kan kullam pu gana liman piyama domin shehun bala wani maulana Sheikh Dr. Uthman Nuhu Shahutu ti Dagbang liman piyam bala ma o minu o liman shabban biyu nyanga zana fanim shabban biyu nyanga zaha bitiza te puhurba Dagbang afani mana on shamba noya Dagbang nan mana on shamba noya Dagbang bilchin nima Dagbang na chimba min paksara na on shamti zahan noya na on cheka ti yanim ngoma ka bayyatu'a kar chekar titi amfani ti bang yanim mi bachang lahira na on zumba nan bo na on pahantu zuksun. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Mamu yar wanya basha kan gwaji zamzuma to ka bodnan po son pai yaw ya zola moro ana on tuma la fi kalam pansere zawzo na chimbe na pasara na bopam bo man pam to mishi de benon easy de zo do ku ya na sham ya na chimbe pasara za bopam bo ma kabon malni muhay na tumbang sama malni muhay na shikurte kan lan pore yal zo le ma yal za ka pore yal zo la fayile pore yal zo le gbande do yal na chimba za na pasara to ni kana tamal na za na pore son pore tamal gumana na chimba na pasara ka pore nyu hani na pore pa abe no ya Charlotte to la pore yo ba ndon lana munya kifaya.
Ya damba ma zuhun ta amma ta hata na penalty diam to wa damba
kara mal zebe shara zanti yel zolla minu nyanga na yel zol pasara na chimba
pour yel zolla be no malgo no dundwan ka pour de za TV ndo ar pema Mr Mohammed pour yel zol mabi go za
ma praka yule
yule Mary
ma mer ka aji Dagbang lo donna
urshana yela kan yina
urshana dan tam Dagbang dabo fon bala to ka wula ka nya yuno damba ma
oh my god oi the colors on bose ka sai yeah the gel pamtite
na ma sham na pu urshana yel na ma
imporo mje na ma urshana gbangla na urshana pakpa mbial pambam bala ma ne Alhaji Rufai mbai ha ya chama ya na mjay na maza ba ya so ko to ba so kam yule de so puro so kam za ha
to
hayile na ma na ko hayile
ka ma pra me yule
yule mbondi Pfizer
ka ame yiyana
to yila Adam Garba ya salamba
o salamba ka wala ka nya yuno damba ma
o de chamvin ya bin shakam nan fine inshallah na yundal nan wakatlan pure taba kalan wara kitin nan gban yinga tin yina shamwo tin mabelin na on kpansile tete kanin tin nan gban yinga te pa ya pam
to
pure sister manema rama ma jashitu ajawabu mpure so kam de ne ma nde alasa ne ma so kam pure ba
to pa